to be honest. I know these. I'm very wary of women with coloured hair, especially if they're fat and ugly. Well, I hope that's recording. Just doing a bit of carving again for the sides of the wagon. That's what I did the other day. I carved 7 of these so that they go on the side of the wagon, uprights. And I just discovered a few minutes ago that I'd done them the wrong size, so I've had to cut. I had them done at both sides, so I've had to cut the excess off, and now I've got to do the whole blooming thing again. I'm fed up with doing this, and I've got another 12 to do. 12 twice as long as this one, 12 3-footers. So yeah, so that's what I'm up to. I just thought I'd pop in and say hello. There's been things on my mind. I haven't been well lately. I think the old ticker's going to expire very soon. Mind you, they did tell me that 10 years ago. They said, oh, it'll only get worse and worse. It didn't actually get worse. In fact, I thought it got better, but every time I feel a bit unwell, I always blame it on my heart now. Probably not. But I did get a text the other day from the doctors. They want me to go in for some blood tests, which I haven't done for about 10 years, since they told me I was going to pop me clog. But I think I might take them up on this, go and have my blood tests, just in case they find anything. I mean, I can't pop my clogs just yet. I've got to finish making this gypsy wagon. That's what's keeping me going. But anyway, we're going to talk about horrid things like that. Let's talk about other horrid things. Let's talk about what's going on in this country today. Let me tell you that I like Tommy Robinson. I like Katie Hopkins. I like any patriots, as long as they're not, you know, the nasty ones who, you know, who want to cause trouble. But not many of the patriots do want to cause trouble, do they? It's they call the Antifa, which I think means anti-fascist, because according to them, I'm a right-wing thug and a fascist. I don't know why I'm a right, because I love my country, or I used to love it. Shouldn't really say that. I shouldn't really say I used to love it. I do love it. I mean, I was brought up by my country. I was brought up in care of local councils and stuff. So really, I owe my country a lot. It wasn't all perfect, my childhood, you know. But apart from all the nonsense, it wasn't that bad. And of course, if I hadn't been brought up by the council, I don't expect I would have survived. But yeah, I don't know. I can't. I mean, you know, I'm 78 years old, and I still cannot get my head around the fact that people who speak the truth about what's happening are vilified by the so-called left. I don't go for the left and right stuff. I think it should be right and wrong. I'll probably get jailed for this. But yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. Why is it wrong to love your country? Why is it wrong to fly the flag? Well, it shouldn't be wrong, and I don't think it is wrong, but according to some it is. And that's all I want to say. I'm not a right-wing thug, I'm just a patriot. I think most of us older folk might be patriotic, ones whose parents fought for us in the war, fought and died in a lot of cases. I mean, I lost 3 uncles. I'm named after John, David and George. I lost them in the war, fighting for my freedom that's trying to be taken away from me now. Yeah. So God bless you, Katie Hopkins. God bless you, Tommy Robinson. And keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure you will. Until they put you away again. They? Who the hell are they? Well, I'll tell you who they are. Oh, this will get me going. This will get me in trouble. Well, they're Muslims. I think if you ever watch any of these court cases or read about them, the judges are, well, they've got foreign names. Take it easy, John. But the judiciary are, I don't know if this is a fact, but it strikes me that they're not mainly Christian. Could be wrong. I don't usually go on about politics. Is this talking about politics? I don't know if I'm being political. I'm just being myself, saying what I think, which I don't very often do. But I reckon having got to the age I've got to, surely I'm entitled to express an opinion. I mean, members of my family during the war expressed their opinion by dying for their country. How can it be wrong to say what you think about anything? I remember when we used to, someone would say something, someone else would say something, and then you'd say, well, it's a free country. I can say what I want. That used to be true. But these days, doesn't seem to be, does it? Maybe it's because I don't feel well that I'm just feeling a bit down about it all. Anyway, I'm going to put Tommy's name and Katie's name in the title of this video. Get loads of views, get sent to prison. That's about all I wanted to say about it, really. I'll just get on with carving these. I've got loads more to do. But when these are done, that's all of the, oh no, I was going to say that's all of the carving. And I just looked up and noticed that the front of the wagon is, I need to do the fancy bit at the front. So that's another job to do. But I'll get there. Anyway, I've said enough. I've incriminated myself enough. Maybe they'll send me to prison and I'll get looked after in my old age. Thanks for looking in. I hope I haven't upset you, but if I have, it's not my fault. You know, if you're offended by what I say, that's absolutely your right to be offended. Not me, is it? I'm not usually like this. I hope I start feeling better soon. Look after yourself. Maybe we'll go for a ride on my bike when I feel better. See you soon. Bye bye for now. Bye. This is the first year that the chestnut tree that I planted about 30 years ago has produced big enough chestnuts for me to successfully roast, to make it worth my while doing. So I'm I've been having a pick of them. Put these gloves on because ow, even with these gloves on there, ouch, they're vicious things. Hi Bonnie. Oh, that's Bonnie just gone by, Bonnie the ginger cat. Yeah, they're very vicious, actually better without my gloves on. Spitfire. Oh, we've missed it. Can you hear it? Yeah, these are quite small, having said that. But got a few bigger ones. Vicious things they are. I'm going to roast them in the oven. They are very, very tasty, as you probably know. Remember Christmases, buying roast chestnuts off the man in the street with his little brazier. Not bad, eh? Anyway, I've got to get on. I've got a little bit of carving.